And we have liftoff. There's London down there. Probably someone getting done in on the streets or having their watch nicked by London, going off to a lovely, lovely, safe Brazil. So let's have a look there. This is a trip from January 2024. Let's see what I filmed and what an idiot I look like. This audio is at 12 nice and rainy at 6 a.m. Rio de Janeiro.
Here, Rio, and sweaty. And you don't want to know what other things smell like. But I've just noticed. So I'm going to get an Uber. And let's go somewhere else.
And here we are outside in the rat race to get an Uber and then get told off that I didn't get it for the green zone in Portuguese. Yes, I can speak Portuguese. Eu sei, amigo, eu sei, mas eu preciso Uber, etc. What a show off. Great shaky footage here, lovely lack of image stabilisation, and here I am in Centro, in the centre of Rio. I always like to get out of the Uber because it takes so long, and then I get the metro down to Copacabana in this place. But this is just a little bit of Centro here. That's Jesus on a hill. He died for all our sins. Here I am at the Carioca metro station. I walked here a little bit south of there, and this is Copacabana, the famous streets and trees that I miss. I spent many months in Brazil a few years ago. This is the beach, the famous Copacabana beach. Bit grey though, but warm, warmer than it looks. Sugarloaf Mountain in the background. Look at those waves. We feel sorry for those fluffy dogs in Brazil. Sweating, mate. There's a nice bit of water down to the sea there. Don't know what that's called, but there's just some water in there. Finally a beer. What a long day this was. Got some Original Antarctica and got some steak and rice and chips. You see a lot of that in Brazil. Lovely. Look at that vinaigrette. Get in there and farofa. Juicy, juicy, juicy steak. Here's the famous kiosks along Copacabana. And there'll be people trying to sell you Mentos and all sorts. Always football going on in Brazil. And here I am looking perfectly natural. Completely natural pose. And sitting on the beach in the evening and then thinking, oh, it might rain. It might rain. And it does. There it is, creeping over the fort there. This is the escape from the beach when we realise the rain is settling in. Get some ambience here. Yeah, I think at this point it is raining. They're just advertising the marathon, I think. Yeah, lovely. Coming to Brazil, they said. Lovely and sunny, they said. At least it's warm. Nothing like seeing my nipples for a t-shirt. And this is later that evening. The rain has stopped. Out for some snacks down the old kiosks. I do like this skull kiosk. It's quite good. Some of them are a bit hit and miss. And this is the one where I got a nice big plate of nachos. Not the best nachos, but they're pretty good. Copacabana is now floodlit to stop you getting shot in the face. And mugged on the beach when I first went there. It was very dark and I ran down there at night and then got told off by my Brazilian friends. There's the moon, never comes out one on this turd of a camera. But yeah, pretty safe now with the floodlights. Just watch out, more natural posing. Completely natural with a little bit of ice cream. Lovely. What a goon. What a goony smile I've got. This is back at that little water place that I saw earlier in the day, but now it's night time. Oh look, I'm reading. And what's that over there? Centro and Rio. You can see Sugarloaf Mountain on the left. I'm heading out to an area called Rio de Cabo. And here I am. Here's my house. That was actually in a favela. At the bottom of a favela. And I was absolutely terrified. See, I stuttered. I was scared. Lovely dark alleyway. But they did have this nice... When you're getting shot up in the favela, they do have that nice seahorses and stuff on the wall. Nice house though. I did break a bunch of stuff. But there we go. Bit of a mess there. Some of that's not mine. It's not the men that make the mess, is it? Little barbecue outside. Look, little house, little outdoor thing. Lovely. Brazilian electrical wiring. Always love it. Not sure where this is. Arraial de Cabo. Can't remember the name of the beach. It's next to Praia Forno. This is sort of the main little harbour thing, little street market, lovely. Again, didn't get robbed. Just look around the food trucks. There were lots of power cuts when we were here, I seem to remember, which is highly annoying because when the aircon goes out in these kind of places, it's a nightmare. Nice little restaurant. Not impressed with the burger though. Someone Zand there, don't know who that is. Got a mosquito bite on the forehead. Yes, they love me. They love a bit of British beef. Do the mosquitoes. And here's the power cut. But as ever, Brazilians are joyful and they love it. Probably wake up, my clothes have been taken.
Hello.
More darkness. Maybe I could have edited some of this out, but I haven't, so just going to have to put up with it. I'm just filming the dark. They bloody love it, those Brazilians. Buzios and Arraial. Little band on that. Got to have a nice pint of cold lager at shopping. Got to have that when you're in Brazil. Ask for shop. Gelado. Cold, and this is walking back up the scary alleyway at night, actually terrified. And there's the favela up there. Let's not be judgy though, it's just poor people, isn't it? There's more community in these places than there are in your place and your mum's place. Look at that octopus. Shark. Nice, very creative. But I was bloody scared walking up here. And this is the next morning. Oh, lovely hand shot. Bearded me on my Bisbee hat that got washed out to sea on this trip. This might have been the last time it was ever seen on camera. Walking around town, back in Rio de Cabo. Oh, the pizzeria, the Rodizio pizza, they just keep coming. They keep coming with the slice, I think I had about 7 slices this time. Was I hungover this day? I was really tired this night, but it's all nicer than it looks as well, trust me. It looked better in person is what I mean. It's me trying not to fall in love in a pizza restaurant. With the pizza, I mean. This is me leaving. Another shaky shot. I've got to get a new camera. Got to get some image stabilisation.
And just like that.
There it is. Alright, a Cabo, Rodizio pizza. Oh, the rain's back.
The wonderful hundreds of pizzas I've just had in here. Bye.
Find some ice off this old fella. Give me some ice, mate. Stick that ice in that bag, mate. Nice. Just down my... Looks like he's sticking it down my balls. Doesn't he? There's a little ice assistant there. In the old cool bag. This is to walk over the trail to Praia de Fora. Beautiful beach. You can get a boat taxi, which I did do, which you'll see later, or you can walk the trail like I did here. There's a man holding a child and a gun. He's an environmental police officer. He's going, "Oh, you got any barbecue shit in there, mate? Because you're not allowed it." And I was like, "No." Can of Coke and a bottle of water, sweet pea. Or something similar. Did think about blurring his face out, but anyway, Camo Man is searching, and I think this is him kind of checking through the bag. And I'm trying not to obviously film him in case I get film him in the face in case I get shot in the face. So this is the start of the trail. You go up from where those boats were last night. Lovely. There's a view of that harbour. There we go. Nice little walk along there. But it's harder than you think in flip-flops to get up here. There's a lot of slippy stones. The locals are like goats. I don't mean that offensively. I mean they can run up and down the bloody mountain. Not being offensive. You be quiet. Praia, beach, this way. And hopefully no snakes. I love these cacti. Don't know what they are. Don't know what type they are, but I like them. Big, green and veiny. Like your mum again. Praia de Forno, beautiful. It looks a bit grey, but believe me, it was a very, very warm day. Probably about 30 degrees in Celsius. No idea what that is in Fahrenheit. You working out. Walking down the trails, I'm heading to the beach. There we go. And as soon as you step foot, you get amigo, amigo, amigo. And they'll sell you an umbrella for the day. Doesn't cost much. Just pay it. Don't get ripped off though. Pay like 50
Get in the outside
reais.
shower.
60.
I'm a fucking animal.
For one person on one beach pay
Cold,
500. And rip off the old gringos. That's me having an outdoor shower.
Fucking mother.
Back in the favela. Lovely. Cooling off. I think that was colder than I expected.
You're right. To be doing this one. I don't mean
Nice
that
though. Refreshing, right?
Nice.
Do that right now. I'm hungover.
Although my package is red. Good.
Musicians and singers around Brazil. I love it. I love listening to the music. Now this is where I'm thinking I'm not walking over that bastard trail again. I'm going to get a boat. Barco taxi. Barco taxi. Is what that man said, and I said alright. Next to nothing as well. Again, probably look like $1 or something to get over there. A couple of dollars. Love my pizza shirt. I'll be getting that one tonight. This hat is smaller than my head. It was a gift from the person that washed my Bisbee hat out to sea, so I had to accept it. Pretty sure I left it in Brazil. Lovely. Much easier than getting over that mountain thing. I think we're now approaching the beach. We've just got to jump out into the water. Oh no, we're going around the corner. So that trail in the distance, that little hill, that's what I would have had to walk over the day before. Look at that pondering shot. The pondering ponce of Brazil in his space pizza cat taco shirt. Did get hit on wearing this shirt, by the way. Oh, I almost heard myself there. There we are. I think I'm in the sea. I think I'm in the ocean. Very refreshing on the old legs. Beautiful. I swam the length and breadth of that bay. Little fatty paddling his way. Yeah, it's Richarlison. I think I kept calling this guy Richarlison. He's the one that sold us as a little sun thing. So we're over this end of the bay today. Beautiful day. And then there we go, as if nothing happened. Back on the barco taxi. I shouldn't be so derogatory. I'm not. I love Brazil. I love Brazilians. That's why I'm learning Portuguese. I think that's my 7th trip to Brazil. Post-beach snacks. I don't know what this is called, but this is like coconut stuff. You can get different types. Some of it's got extra sugar in. It's all like sweetened, but it's this little stuff here. You ever see it, you buy some. Support the local traders. It is lovely to munch on. I've got a feeling this is Buzios, so I've gone to a new area here without telling you. I think this is Buzios, and I think it's Jereba. Look at this little pro shot. Look at that. And I edited it badly. That's Brigitte Bardot, because she made Buzios famous, and now the rich folk like to come to Buzios. If you ever go to Rio, it's 3 hours on the bus from Rio de Janeiro, about an hour from Rio de Cabo, and it's beautiful. There's so many beaches. It's very safe. This is the centre. Very small, quaint little area. Lots of shops, really nice restaurants. Lots of good Italian food. And this is ice cream, so this is at night. This is in an area called Porto do Barra in Buzios. There's a great sunset here. There's really nice restaurants by the sea, and that's where I've just been. And this house I lived in on 2 separate occasions in May and July 2022, and I came back. My lovely friend Florence, who lives here. No one else is allowed to use the pool anymore, but she let me use it. Oh, she let me use it. Because I'm brilliant. Look at these dogs. That one tried to hump me every day for like 2 days. Big swinging balls. They don't fix them out there, which I quite like. But then became my friend, Donch. And the other one's called Juliet. Ugly little thing. This is Centro Buzios. So for a centre in Brazil, it's very, very... It does get busy, but it's cool. It's nice little cobblestone streets. Look at that. Bit of culture as a church. More Buzios by night. I've been in that bar at some point in my history. I think we're down by the water. As I said, I've been here many times now as well. It's one of my favourite places. If you want safety, you want, you know, to feel a bit more of a chilled vibe, go to Buzios. You like a little nighttime walk on the beach with the McFlurry. I'm kind of upgrading my phone soon. There's me on my first ever pool noodle. I never used pool noodles before, but this is I love this house so much. It's a little bit out of the way, but Florence, who runs the Airbnb, go to Hassa in Buzios and look up Florence on Airbnb. Really friendly, really helpful, but she won't let you use the pool because I'm Florence with the pool. I'm not use the pool. This is after a trip to Jereba. So this is kind of up from the beach. No, this is Praia de Osos. We've been to another beach called João Fernandes and we found this nice little area. Randomly, there's a little buggy. Ah, more coconut stuff. Don't know the name. Bloody lovely. Nice little sit down on the beach there. Look at them sausages. Get the legs out, son. Mejavianas. Look at that beautiful sunset. So much better in person because the camera sucks. But if you've made it this far, thank you very much. Normally do comedy. Give us a subscribe. But I might do more of these travel things. Oh, this is Rio Carnival, because it was kicking off when we went back to Rio. That's right. I've just moved briefly around the Botafogo area. Or maybe Lapa, I think this is. I also lived here in an apartment for a little while in the past. But it was much more crazy than it looks. And I couldn't hack it, to be honest. I had to get out of there. I had to go home. But I just wanted to give you an example of the chaos. But it's way crazier than it looks. Get involved in the carnival. I was a bit of a moody old man this time. Every street is just mental. Yeah, it's Lapa, there's the arches. Street beer, street food, street walkers probably. But yeah, so I lived up this road at an apartment up there for a little while in 2022. Good times, except I was dying of COVID. Back at the airport. I think I'm zooming into Jesus. I think if you look at right at the top left, there's Jesus on a hill. Little speck, and there's my private plane. And with that, I'm fucking off back to England.